Alright guys, welcome to finals of One Last Ride. So last time in semifinals we were able to defeat Jason with our Darkrai set, proving to be really good for the especially the OGalbina of foul play. So today we're facing the person on the other side of the bracket, and that's going to be Owen. Owen has a really good team here. We'll get into that in a sec, but again, huge. This is a huge opportunity for me to be even here in first place. So huge thanks to Owen for reaching out and inviting me to the tour. It's been really fun. It's been really fun using like a different team style. It's been great interacting with like the other coaches and stuff. So, you know, it's my pleasure to be able to close out the tour, us two as the last two coaches. So with that, let's get into our prep here. All right, you can see his team over here. He has the Raging Bolts, Terra, Iron Treads, Greninja, Alomomola, Heart Flame, Mesprit, Arbok, and Leafeon. He has the Aloe, which is pretty funny. Of course, as you guys know, that's my favorite Pokemon to use in Draft League. But he has that paired with Raging Bolt, which can be very scary. Outside of that, he has a Heart Flame. Don't have great Heart Flame switch-ins. Mesprit can be very annoying. Greninja, Sword and Darkrai, but I do anticipate it could probably run like a Scarf sets here. Arbok, I don't anticipate Arbok to come. Leafeon can definitely come as a check to the OGalbina Wellspring. You still take a ton from U-turn, but if you slap on like a Rocky Helmet and stuff, it's actually not that bad of a check. So, Leafeon, it could come. I can see it coming over like the Mesprit or the Heart Flame. Treads, obviously, we're going to try to spin block the Sableye here. So we'll just get into the 6 raw here. So up first, we have our Darkrai. Darkrai's pretty good here. He outspeeds everything. Of course, the Aloe is a bit of a roadblock, but I think that he can't run AV here. I don't think he can run AV. And the reason because of that is because I have the Sableye to spin block the Iron Treads. So if you try to run AV into Iron Treads or into a spin block, then you're going to take hazards. You're going to take T-Spikes if you don't have a poison type. So if he wants to bring AV, that's fine. But if he doesn't, you know, Dark Pulse into Thunder should be able to guarantee kill a max PDF, max HP Aloe with heavy duty boots. So that's the reason why we are Life Orb here. We need to ensure that we can get the KO on Aloe. Now, of course, we are risking missing Thunder, but you know, we're in finals. Time to test our luck, you know. Time to test our luck. If we land a Thunder, you know, great shape. We kill the Aloe. That's great. If we miss, you know, that's how it is. Last two moves here, Sludge Bomb and Sucker Punch. Sludge Bomb, obviously, for the Fairy Bolt. Fairy was the most common type Bolt that people ran to me in mocks. Other being Grass. I personally think he goes Poison, because if you don't go Poison, you don't have a Poison type unless you bring Arbok, and Arbok is not that good here. So, I personally anticipate that he brings Poison. But if he brings Fairy, you know, I won't be surprised. I have to respect, obviously. So, we have Sludge Bomb here. Sucker Punch is a bit funny here. We have Sucker Punch specifically for stuff like the Scarf for Ninja and the Raging Bolt Thunderclap, and also a +1 Heart Flame. So if Heart Flame wants to get up a Trailblaze, we can click Sucker Punch on it. Sucker Punch should do around like 30%ish. Greninja, if it takes like a bunch of hazards, hopefully it will be a range of like a Sucker Punch. Sucker Punch should do around like 25%, hopefully. And Raging Bolt, obviously, Sucker Punch does 25% to Raging Bolt as well. Around there-ish. Or 20%-ish, but mainly it's just to be able to shut down the Thunderclap. And if Raging Bolt is low, obviously we can try to kill it with that. Next, we have our Garchomp here. This is going to be Custap Berry. It's going to be our dedicated answer to Heart Flame. We're going to try to preserve HP on this until the Heart Flame is burnt out, or until like I confirm that like T-Spikes are up, Rocks are up, the Heart Flame can't really do much to me. Garchomp is going to be used mainly for the Heart Flame and Leafeon. We have Earthquake, Dragon Tail, Spikes, and Endure. Endure, obviously, to pair up the Custap here. Custap can be very clutch against stuff like a Trailblaze, ST, OGalbina, Heart Flame. He wants to try to go for a +2 power up. I should be able to live out the rocks if he's Jolly. If he's Adamant, it is a roll, but I'm pretty sure you have to go Jolly here. Dragon Tail, obviously nice for everything else like the Mesprit. If Mesprit wants to come in, try to catch an EQ, I can Dragon Tail, push it out into something like the Heart Flame, hopefully, or Iron Treads. Maybe those guys take some more hazards. That's the plan there. And Spikes, obviously, because we need our hazard setter outside of Glamora, because Glamora will be our dedicated lead this game. Next, we have our Sableye. Sableye is going to be heavy duty boots, max HP, max defense, something special here. Taunt, Pain Split, Knockoff, and Recover. We don't actually have Wisp this time, but we have Knockoff. I do think you still have to respect the Wisp, so I do think that you could pack something like a Special Treads or something like a Lumberry set. I wouldn't be surprised to see that. But main idea of this is just to be able to come in on the Tread spin block hits. Go for a Pain Split if you get too low, and try to chip the Treads into range of something like a Dark Pulse from the Darkrai, or a Cudgel from the OGalbina, or in range of just Spikes in general. So that's the plan there with Pain Splits. Knockoff, obviously to get rid of boosts and stuff like the Aloe. Taunt is interesting here. Taunt is specifically for stuff like the Misprits and the Aloe who think they can try to like wish up on me for free. I have a Taunt to shut down the wish, so they won't be able to go into like stuff like the Raging Bolt right after a flip turn. Next, we have our Ogerpon Heart Flame, or my bad, Ogerpon Wellspring. We have Wellspring. This is a really interesting set as well. It's going to be max HP, max speed F, almost max speed F. It's like very, very, very speed F. We have like 16 speed EVs for like a Raging Bolt that's Choice Scarf to outspeed a Darkrai. Taunts, Ivy Cudgel, Knockoff, and Synthesis. We don't have a Grass Sweep on this. I want to knock off here because we can knock off boots and stuff like the on the Leafeon. And when we knock off boots on Leafeon, it's going to be taking hazards every time it switches in. This also works for Raging Bolt. If Bolt wants to try to trade HP, we can knock off his boots. Cudgel, obviously we need stuff like the Mesprits and the Treads. And Taunt. Taunt is to stop a Healing Wish. It's to stop a Baton Pass on Leafeon. It's to stop a Healing Wish or Thunder Wave on Mesprits. Next we have our Glimmora. Glimmora is going to be a dedicated leads game. It's going to be Spikes, Stealth Rock, Power Gem, and Toxic Spikes. We are Toxic Debris. Now his Poison type is Arbok. I don't anticipate Arbok to come, obviously. So I do anticipate he probably will go Poison Bolt. I do think that's probably likely to come. So if he does that, that's fine. Manual T-Spike is this here, like just in case I'm not able to get a T-Spike in front of like a Mesprit if it's like Side Noise or something. We can go for a Manual T-Spike who doesn't have a Poison type. Stealth Rock Spikes obviously has their hazards. Power Gem is to be able to break a Balloon on Treads, because I do think Balloon Treads is a pretty viable bring here. So I want to be able to pop the Balloon and not make that guy take hazards. And lastly, we have our Archivia Comfy. It's going to be almost max speed F, max HP. Bit of speed investments, just to be able to outspeed a modest Bolts. We have Pain Split, Encore, Taunt, and Knockoff. And we're actually Natural Cure on this. We're not Triage because we don't have any healing moves. Well, we do, but it doesn't get affected by Triage. But we are Natural Cure just to like help against, I don't know, a Thunder Wave from Mesprits, Discharge Para. Triage wasn't necessary because I don't have any healing moves, so I might as well be Natural Cure here. Pain Split is to be able to trade speed on the Raging Bolt. Encore obviously lock into CM. Taunt stops like an Aloe if it wants to try to wish up on me. Knockoff obviously helps for getting rid of boots and stuff like the Aloe and the Bolts. Main job of this is just to be able to trade speed on Bolt. That's all I need. I need Comfy to trade speed on Bolt and need it to be able to knock off the boots. That's all I need Comfy to do here. And that's going to be our team. So we have a pretty solid game plan here. Well, I don't know about solid, but it is a game plan that I came up with. Just to be able to taunt, stop the Healing Wish, trade down the Bolt HP with Comfy. Because I do anticipate he does run boots here, so I need to be able to knock off the boots. Pain Split down his HP. Treads, I need to be able to Pain Split down his HP as well, knock off his boots, or it's Air Balloon hopefully. Try to get that guy down in range of Spikes. T-Spike's really good here, try to get those up. Greninja, I do anticipate will be Scarf. Raging Bolt, I do anticipate will be Terra Poison or Fairy. Mesprit could be a T-Way set, could be Rocks. Leafeon could be Max Spence, that's all I expect on it. And that's our team, so once we are ready, I'll catch you guys at the match. Alright guys, we are recording now. He is going to be Terra, hold on a sec, let me just full screen. He has Terra Fairy, Raging Bolts, good luck, have fun. So no Terra Poison, I saw you go Terra Poison. So Fairy Bolt. Let's see if he brought the Leafeon. Did he bring the Leafeon? He did. Bench Mesprit. Okay, that's really good. Mesprit was really annoying for me to deal with. So, Treads, Heart Flame shows up. Greninja. Aloe shows up. Good. Mola and Leafeon. He has Terra Fairy on the Raging Bolts. We're going to lead our dedicated lead here. If he wants to lead Greninja and taunt me, you know, that's really bad. Go look at fun. Looks like he has a dedicated lead as well. So bench Mesprit and bench the what's the other guy bench? Bench Mesprit, bench Arbok. Yeah, okay. So see, did he lead Greninja? That's Heart Flame, okay. I want to power him this turn one, not gonna lie. Kinda want to. I want to get a rocks though. Yeah, let's get a rocks here. He's probably just gonna stay in, I imagine. I mean, you led this, right? Goes for a power whip. Does a lot. Okay. Heart flame. Power whip. Yeah, the tracks would this year. I'm at 74. Or my bad, 74. 78% attached to Jolly. We'll go into Garchomp here. Go Garchomp here. That's always our plan. Goes for a Cudgel. It's fine. I'm gonna go for a Spike, I think. Or look for Dragon Tail. His switching isn't great. It's not great. Kinda wanna just EQ. I'm gonna EQ. I think you stay in. Okay, yeah, exactly, you stay in. Exactly. Beautiful. Alright, we endure here. Yeah, we endure. Hopefully land power up here. And he misses. And he misses. Alright. +2 Trailblaze kill me. Probably not. This also looks like no HP. Looks like no HP. Darkrai, Sucker Punch. 30 doesn't kill. Swords Dance, Cudgel, Power Whip. Give Trailblaze. Sack Glim here, probably. Yeah, I think I sack Glim here. No, it's not Trailblaze. This is Trailblaze, I'm in trouble. That miss actually really sucked. That miss actually really sucked. Maybe this is Cudgel. Oh, just Power Whip? Okay. So we sack our Glamora, but we get good chip on. This is acidic at least. Ideally I didn't sack anything, right? But this is fine. I still have a healthy Garchomp at least. You're probably gonna sack this, I imagine. I don't think you... Yeah, I think you're just gonna sack this. Oh no, you switched. Okay. Aloe? Okay. This is a chance. This is our chance. This is our chance. Oh, you're AV. You're AV. We'll see how much this does. This should do around 40%. Or not doing... Oh, wait, Eject Fund. I see, I see. Okay, so he's not Boots. That's good for me. That's actually good for me. Because he's just taking hazards. That's good for me. I'm fine with that. And he's badly poisoned. He probably goes Bolt here. Season Life Orb. Oh, that's Greninja. You Scarf? It looks like you are Scarf. Looks like he is Scarf. I think we can go Panda. Right? I think Panda's to play. I don't want to catch an Ice Beam. You probably don't go for Ice Beam. I think you go for U-turn. If I go this, you're just gonna go Bolt probably. I'm gonna go Panda. I don't want to switch into like a ice beam here. That would really bad. That would be really bad. Yeah, just U-turn. Use the Scarf. Scarf and dedicate lead Heart Flame. It's probably treads. It's boots. Okay. Just want to confirm that. We go Sableye here. I don't want to lose my T-Spike because I sack Lamora. If I can knock off some boots, I'm in a really good spot. It's gonna rock. Okay. I'm okay with that. I go for a knockoff here. He volts. Did 70. That did 20. Maybe you're special. That could be special treads. That did have been more than it should have. Yeah, it did have been more than it should have. Yeah, I think that's like invested. Okay, so he sacks Ogerpon here, I think. This should be dead. Yeah, try to catch a Will-O-Wisp. So, we kill Ogerpon. Try to catch Willow there. This is Bolt. I have to go Comfy here. You know, this is very obvious. Actually, no, I can go Queen Addy. I can make a better play and go Queen Addy. This will probably force out Leafeon or Ninja to come in. Also, this boost size as I expected. I need to find a way to get rid of his boots sooner or later. Or maybe he will go for turn left. This is so fun, I think. Yeah, this was just as I expected. I expect Grenier. Now goes Leafeon, okay. I think I go for knockoff here. Yeah, I go for knockoff here. This is Boots, so he brought Boot Spin. Goes for a Yawn, okay. Do I care about that? Yawn. I think I probably have to go to sleep here, right? I think I do. If I go Garchomp, I think I go Garchomp. I think I go Chomp here. I knocked out the boots at least. So this is getting poisoned. The next line comes in. He knows I don't like cuss out though, which is a shame. I'll go for knockoff. Okay. That's fine. I'm gonna go for a Spike because if I can get that Greninja into range of Sucker Punch in a decent spot, I'm gonna go for a Spike here. I'm going for a Spike. I don't care if he wants to Yawn again. Yeah, I don't really care about that. Here, does Eddie live? You're probably Knocky on Leaf Blade. 12. Leafeon. I think I should live. I should. I'm gonna go Addy. I think I should live Leaf Blade. I should. It's coming close. I think I should. Synthesis. Okay, perfect. It's perfect. Do I go for Synth or Taunt here? I'm gonna go for Synth. I think you click Leaf later. I think you fear Encore actually. You fear Encore right now, don't you? Maybe he fears Encore. He does fear Encore. Perfect. Probably Aloe, right? Yeah, Aloe comes in. Takes a spike. Synthesis. Perfect. Getting poisoned. Getting poison damage. This is Baton Pass likely. Or you switch on to Leafeon, which is still fine because still get a taunt into it. So that's still fine if you go into Leafeon. Yeah, you can go Leafeon if you want. Doesn't really matter to me. I just click taunt. Gonna start taking hazards now. Let's get the Toxic. Perfect. This is fine. We have Taunt. Now let's look at Leafeon Calcs here. Probably gonna stay on Tiered if I can. Uninvested knockoff to no item versus Ivy Cudgel. Oh, looks like Cudgel still does more. Lamau. Yeah, we just click Cudgel here. You're probably clicking Leaf Blade. Yeah, you click Leaf Blade. Doesn't do a whole lot. Click Synth here. Gonna draw. Super Ninja maybe? To Aloe, okay. I've just shown you Taunt. I've literally just shown it to you. I don't think you're staying in. Kind of want to knock off here. I'm Taunt. I think you switch though. Oh, he's staying. Okay, perfect. Are you Body Slam? I might be trying to go for Body Slam Para. Acrobatics. Okay, that's fine. It still doesn't do half. I'll just Synth here again. Gonna acro spam, that's fine. Oh my god, a critical hit. Critical hit. Wait, Terra here? Probably not. No. Not gonna Terra. Not gonna Terra here. You know, I know he's just gonna spam macro. Aloe's dead. Huge. That's big. That's really good for us. That means no more healing wish on bolts. So any chip I get on bolts is permanent now. I'm gonna go Greninja, obviously. At 64, am I in range of rocks? I think I'm out of range. I am out of range, perfect. So, okay, here. You could click Ice Punch if you're fancy. Could click Gunk Shots. Gunk Shots a possible play here. There we go, Mark Hunter. Mark Hunter might be the play. The Tidal Dragons. If I go Mark Hunter, I'm just going to go into Bolts. Like for sure. He could Ice Punch me. I think it's Panda. I'm going Panda. I can't risk Ice Punch ever. Actually, Garchomp isn't that valuable, is it? Yeah, I should have. Extra chip on this will help a lot. Wow, he did go for Ice Beam. He did go for it. No freeze. Nice. He actually did go for it. That's crazy. Okay, here, I'm gonna go for a Pain Split, I think. I think Treads comes in, right? Or I can go for a knockoff instead of Treads. Knock on the Treads is also really good. I think Pain Split is more valuable, though. I think Pain Split is more valuable. Yeah, I'm gonna go for Pain Split. You're gonna withdraw, of course, into the Iron Treads. I get a nice Pain Split into Treads. And this chip is sticking. I could have gone for knockoff, but I think Pain Split is more valuable here. Yeah, because that heals for a decent amount. And my Comfy is now back in action. I go you. Flash Cannon, okay. Does a decent amount. But I can just recover this. Yeah, I click recover here. Flash again. Okay, here I go for Pain Split, I think. Live this, nice. Okay, this is where I can make a play or not. Go Darkrai, he can sack Leafeon. Goes into Raging Bolts. Or Gren. I think Tidal Dragons dies to Flash Cannons this thing. I think it dies to 2 Flash Cannons. Or you can obviously have Ice Spitter, right? I'm gonna go sack this, I think. Yeah, I'm a Pain Split here. Keep this low. So I lose Sableye. But he has to sack Leafeon now. Because I'm going straight into my Darkrai. Yeah, I go straight into Darkrai here. I don't want to speed Treads with Overpwn. Collect Dark Pulse. Dark Pulse is always a kill on anything. It's gonna give me the Leafeon for sure. Dies. This is either Raging Bolt or the Greninja. probably Bull, I imagine, because it's boots. No, it goes for Ninja, okay. How low is this? That's decently low. Is he in Sucker Punch range? He might be. This might be Sucker range. No, if you could afford quite a bit of bulk, unfortunately. If I lose Grant, obviously I'm in a bad spot. If I lose this, I'm in a bad spot. But you're clicking U-turn here, I know that for a fact. I think you go Tidal Dragons. I call it the U-turn. I think he's going to go U-turn to Treads and try spin. Yeah, I go Garchomp. I think he's going to U-turn. Last time he went Comfy. I think he's going to U-turn. I think he's going to U-turn here. Ah, he got me. He got me. He got me. That's tough. Tough for sure. I go U. Now I know for sure he's in range. Click Sucker Punch here. Click Sucker. Perfect, he should die. Nice. Now his only play is to go Bolt. That's his only play. He has to go Bolt now. Iron Trizzle, like what, like 20%? You think that dies to... Because if I Sludge Bomb this, I could just win the game, can't I? I think he knows that. I think I go Comfy here. I think I have to. I think I keep Ogerpon. I haven't teared yet. So I could theoretically sense this on this. Theoretically I could sense this on this. Clicks clap. Perfect. 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 I could Encore this. Or I could go Hard Treads. Go to here. Actually, once I go Ogerpon here, he clicks Volt Switch, he kills me. And then I go Darkrai, kill a Treads. Go for knockoff. Should Encore. That's fine. This is going to be like very close to range. Should have Encore there. Should have. It's a bit high. I think I might lose this one, guys. I think I might lose this one. Yeah, Ogerpon lives. It's the issue. I think I knock off here. Yeah, because you go for spin, obviously. I go for knockoff here. And try to put this in range of Darkrai. Okay, that should be in range. This tread shouldn't be very bulky. Yeah, that's guaranteed to range the Sucker Punch. So also come down to Sucker Punch mind games. Just knock off again. So he's Volt, T-Blast, Draco maybe, T-Clap, last move is Thunderbolt. Okay. I always Sucker here. Should kill, perfect. Alright, 1v1. We got a 1v1 this Bolts. Now, because you revealed, whatchamacallit? I think you do T-Clap here. I think you do T-Clap here, right? I think you do. I think you T-Clap here. I think if you don't T-Clap, you're going to lose the game. Yep. One. We just use it until we die. That's always our play. This is always our play. Alright. Ogre Pawn. You're modest. I've not tiered yet. Thunderbolt should only do 40%. Should only do 40%. So provided we don't get paralyzed, I think we should be okay. This might come down to like a T-Clap mind game though. And also my cudgel doesn't kill. I think I lose this though. I think I lose this. I think T-Bolt does too much. Yeah, it's T-Bolt. Don't para. I have to pray for no para, and I had to try to synthesis out of range, but I don't think it's possible. I should have encored the bolt. That was a big one. I should have encored the bolt. But I thought I predict that. I thought I would predict it. I thought I would predict it. So I'm for knockoff. Oh shit, I might die to that. Oh, I live. What is he doing? What is he doing? What is he doing? What is he doing? What is Owen doing? He's at -2. So Thunderbolt's doing like 20%. What is Owen doing? Don't get para, please don't get para, please don't get para. Don't crit, no para. Did Owen just choke? Queen Addy, did you take me home? Addy, did you take me home? Did you take me home, Addy? Did you take me home? Tell me you took me home. Tell me you took me home. Tell me you took me home right now. Tell me you took me home right now. Tell me you took me home right now. Tell me right now you just took me home. T-Clap does absolutely fucking nothing. Cudgel, just a 2 shots. Critical hit, let's fucking go! We won OLR, we fucking won! Let's fucking go, let's fucking go, let's did it, we fucking won, let's did it! Oh my god, we did it! Oh, he choked on Diggs, he choked on Diggs! He choked on Diggs! Owen choked on Diggs! He had it! Oh my god, GG. Oh my god, good game, good game, good game. Good game, good game. I could not have asked for a better ending to One Last Ride. I could not have asked for a better fucking ending. Good game. Wow, wow, wow. Wow, I'm very high on emotions right now. I'll probably have to record like a separate end sequence. Wow, wow, wow. Yo, what's up guys? It is Who from the far future. If you're watching this is actually recorded way after the match. The match was like, at this point it was like a month ago, because by the time I was playing the game, I hadn't uploaded like a single pools game. Most of the reason being because the tour also ran alongside another tour in DFL, which I was captaining, and also I was in right middle of the school semester, so it was pretty busy for me. So huge apologies for anybody who was like waiting for my POV. Sorry for posting this late, but you know, better late than never, right? So anyways, onto the game. We did it. We won One Last Ride. I mean, even like 1 month later, it's still a still a shock to me. I still can't really believe I won that tour, especially with like a team like that. But yeah, we won One Last Ride. Now, give me a sec. I actually have something here. Give me a sec. Boom. See this? Boom. We are champions, baby. We are champions. We won One Last Ride. But onto the game. So I think Owen definitely did choke the end game there, because if you just spam T-Bolt, because I only had like 4 sentences left, eventually like you'll either be able to get a para, which means that the Raging Bolt will speed me the next turn and kill me, or I would run a synthesis obviously, and then now, because at that point Cudgel didn't kill a Raging Bolt, I'll have to get like a crit Cudgel, I think, because my Ogre 1 is no attack. But because they went for Draco Meteor, we were actually able to win the game because it lowered the special attack and it didn't have CM, so that actually worked out for us great. Even if he did click Draco Meteor like immediately on like the turn that I was first in for Pawn, I had a pretty good chance to live. I still had like a 40% chance to, oh my bad, it was only like a 40% chance to kill max bit of Ogerpawn, just because Ogerpawn's fucking insane. Like Draco Meteor, max special attack modest, max roll is like 58%, and I was at 5% for the first synthesis, so I'll be at 55%. So yeah, only like a 40% chance to kill from there, and then you get, there's of course a chance to miss. So the correct play there was to click Thunderbolt always, but because I clicked Draco, we were able to win. So you know, we'll take that. I definitely like looking at the game, looking back on the game. There's definitely like some plays that could have played better. Like for example, I don't think I should have sacked Garchomp to the Greninja. I don't think that's something I should risk always, because at that point the only reason why I had Comfy was because I was trying to preserve it to encore like a Calm Mind Raging Bolt. But if you have Raging Bolt and you click Volt Switch, the odds of you having Calm Mind are like pretty low, right? Like you wouldn't run Calm Mind Volt Switch then like no Clap Draco Meteor to less. It's not like when you're on Calm Mind, like you generally want Thunderclap, of course, for Calm Mind. You don't want your only other electric move to be Volt Switch, because then you're switching out and losing your boost. So at that point, I should have probably just sacked the Comfy there and then kept the Garchomp, because Garchomp is the only Pokemon at that point in the game that didn't really care about Thunderclap because it's a ground type. So that was a bit of a misplay there. Second misplay, I should have encored the Thunderclap on the Raging Bolt. The reason why I didn't is because I thought there was a good chance that he would know that I would click Encore there. So I thought there was a good chance that he would just hard switch in treads, but like even if he does do that, like it's not that big of a difference anyways, right? Because I can't swap in treads anyways. I don't have U-turn. Knockoff, 2 knockoffs isn't going to kill treads anyways, so I should have encored there. But like even then, like it would still been like kind of a difficult like position, because I have to like predict if he's going to switch or not. Do I double or not? Do I stay in? So it becomes a bit more difficult. But point is, the big one was that I sacked the Garchomp, but we're still able to win. The Max Diff Ogerpawn set put in a huge amount of work. Darkrai is really good here. Life for Sucker Punch. Sucker Punch actually like put it almost in range of Cudgel, like even now like crits. So that was a good ring on my part. I also should have probably Sucker Punched the Greninja the first time, because I'm pretty sure it was in range. But the only reason why I didn't, it was because like, oh, what if it's like max HP? What if it's like a weird set? So maybe I should have done that. But I mean, won, right? We won, so we won the tour. I mean, still crazy to me. I do have a lot of people I want to thank. In fact, I have a whole list here because there's so many people. By the way, for this game, I mocked like, this is probably like the hardest I ever tried for like a draft game in recent memory. I think in total I've probably mocked like 30 people, somewhere crazy around there. I did a lot of mocks. It's not even counting like the self mocks. I usually do self mocks the most because I think like if you do like some mocks with other people, they play unoptimally. You might want to like run that back, you know, stuff like that. You might want to run like test like some crazy sets that you don't really want to waste other people's time with. So I did a lot of self mocks, but I did a crap ton of other mocks with a lot of other people. So I'll just go for the list here. So going on the list, Addison, thank you Addison, Mounte, Jesse, Panda, Manu, Chris Sight, Agent Flame, Ryan and Ditto, K-Crick, Title, Agency is Own, Killer Impersonators, Avocado, A12, Low QP, Quinn, J-Bob, Sir Kill, Hunky Dunky, Trant, Kirby, Nim, Bobbert, Aga Rocks, Dashing Septile, Gunk, TJB, Faye Goes, 6 Foot Hacks, Your Dunk, Jason, and Glop. So thank you guys so much for the mocks and stuff like throughout the entire season. Without you guys, I don't think I'll be able to like win at all. To be honest, I think I would probably just win out on pool. Sad. Special thanks to Panda, especially because I definitely cried in Panda's DMs like every single week. Just like before I get it, like right when I get the matchups. He's like the first person I cried to in DMs when I look at the matchups. So huge thanks to Panda for helping with like the building ideas and stuff. He definitely gave me some good ideas. So huge shout outs to him. Also, huge thanks to Owen for inviting me to the tour to begin with. So huge thanks to him for doing that. Huge thanks to everybody else who ran the tour smoothly as they could. Kirby, the BBR team. Huge honor to be able to just participate in this tour. And I mean, this is like the second tour in a row that because I won the previous Summer Scramble. So it's just been a crazy. I don't know, I still don't believe I won like both of those, to be honest, right? It's still pretty crazy to me, but we're here, right? So next, I like to go over the team that we drafted. So I'm just gonna go over our Mon stats here. So first up, Darkrai. So Darkrai is actually our kill leader this season. Darkrai had 14 kills, 2 deaths. I used Darkrai a lot in the past. I used it in I'm using it right now in seasonal, but I drafted a lot in the past, especially in a DCL. I drafted in DCL. Mainly just fast special attacker. I really like Pokemon that have like high speed tiers, like Meow, Darkrai. Darkrai was like kind of like the backup Meow pick, if I'm gonna be honest. Like I wouldn't pick Darkrai ever if Meow was on the board. But Darkrai definitely put in a lot of work here. It put in much more work than I thought, especially like during the finals and semifinals games. And actually, it popped on like every single game except for like I guess A12. Now I think about it, but it's also just like a very versatile Pokemon. Like the more like I dug deep into its bag, because I ran Life Orb for like the past 2 weeks in a row in the finals and semifinals. Life Orb, like Foul Play, Sucker Punch, sets like those, I really come to like. It just has a really deep bag, and even like outside of sets, it can run like Will-O-Wisp, Taunt, Hex, Nightshade stuff. It's actually quite versatile. I actually like Darkrai a lot, but yeah, Darkrai, good Pokemon. Next we have our Ogerpon Wellspring. Oh, actually, we'll talk about Garchomp first because we'll just go in draft order. Garchomp, 10 kills, 3 deaths. Garchomp actually popped off for me a lot in against A12, so I can't bash it too much. And I actually do like using Garchomp quite a bit. I think it gets the job done, gets a lot of hazards up. You can also go for like Rocky Helmet, sets of Rough Skin combo, punish a lot of physical attackers. But usually in draft, I usually stay away from drafting Garchomp because the ground type slot I usually reserve for like a spinner like Tusk, Treads. Even if I don't draft those 2 spinners, the next best spinner is Psychozar, who's a dragon type. So I don't get too many opportunities to draft Garchomp. So being able to draft again was really fun. I drafted it in the World Cup, Canada World Cup. and it was actually pretty good for me. It was actually performed pretty well. So I don't know, it definitely surprised me again here, just like how many good viable sets it has. I mean, like, I thought a lot of people didn't have like fairy types at all, so scale shot was just super duper free. Other weeks I just ran defensive, spikes, stealth rocks. Last week I just ran cuss stat berry, which didn't get procs, but I don't know, I actually like Archon a lot. I wish I could use it more, but the roles that it has conflict with the other Pokemon I tend to draft. Next we have Ogarpon here. Now this is actually what I argue Ogarpon is our MVP. I argue it's our MVP here. It popped up for us in finals against Owen. It was able to pretty much lock the Aloe down. Even Acrobatics is not 2 KO if Attack Vest did. Leafy not able to taunt that, knock off his boots, so Toxic Spike going crazy. We can also taunt Census and Yawn. And also, Ogarpon Volsmane it's really broken, man. I think it's broken. And I also have like a really weird relationship with like all the Ogarpons. I use Ogarpon's Heal in BBR Summer Scramble. It won me BBR Summer Scramble. Ogarpon, the Stone one, Cornerstone. I drafted as like a Terra Captain, like another one like Freeze Eyes draft tournaments. I also wanted that. So I don't know. Apparently I owe Ogarpon like $10 billion in royalties somehow. It's also my fucking DFL team logo and name, the Ivy League Cudgels. So apparently I'm just like the #1 Ogarpon fanboy in the world. So that's cool, I guess. But onto Wellspring. Honestly, I think it's probably the best out of the Ogarpon forms. Hard flying, you're weak to rocks, and obviously if you can't run boots, it's like really restrictive. Teal fell off, like, for sure. Teal definitely fell off. Like, I was able to use it really well in Summer Scramble, but like, especially like, because you can't really run it offensively anymore because Teal's just good steel types and stuff like that. Corviknight, of course, you can't do shit. Grass is a really bad offensive typing, but Wellspring aged really well because a lot of the Pokemon that want to switch into his grass stabs or want to switch into his water stabs, like grass types. They don't want to take like the U-turn. They take the U-turn, then one, they're going to be taking more hazards, or they're going to be taking like 30%, and then you get the momentum on them. And also, there's just not a lot of bulky grass types in the meta, especially for like dragon types as well. All the dragon types don't get reliable recovery, like Latios. Well, it does, but like it's weak to U-turn, knockoff. Excalibur, Kyurem, like these Pokemon, they can take Cudgel, but like they don't take like more than one. And so it's just a really difficult Pokemon to switch to a lot of time. And even they do, like, for some reason have like a good answer to it. Ogarpon just had like so much more options. Like, run Encore, run Spikes, Synthesis. During last week, I ran like my crazy max def set, which, by the way, takes less than 50% from Volt Switch if you Terra against like a max special attack Moss Raging Bolt. Like, super effective Volt Switch stab from Raging Bolt does not do half to Max Def Terra Ogarpon Wellspring. It's absolutely crazy. It's fucking crazy. Draco Meteor only does like 58 max. Like, it's crazy. It's crazy how bulky it is. And you get like the fucking like water stab. Like, sure, like you're restricted to your Terra, but like it doesn't fucking matter. That's like the best Terra type to run like 90% of the time anyways. Like, your opponent's gonna know that like you're bringing Terra water, but like they can't really do much about it, you know? But yeah, Ogarpon, I really like Ogarpon. Really fun to use this season. I've always had good success with Ogarpon, so it's probably one of my most favorite Pokemon to use in recent memory, honestly. I don't know like the exact ranking. I should probably make like a ranking video one day, but he's definitely up there. Next we have Glamora here. Glamora, wow, these stats are fucking awful. Oh, by the way, Ogarpon had 11 kills and 2 deaths. Glamora has 3 kills and 5 deaths. I think this is actually the most deaths out of all my Pokemon. I think Glamora died in every single game I brought it in, except for like maybe one. But I'm pretty sure it died to like almost like every single game I brought it. But I mean, these stats are awful. Like, don't get me wrong, they're really bad. But I mean, Glamora does this thing, right? Like, it got off the rocks. It gets like the spin off. And that's one thing about I want to say about Glamora. Now, Panda thinks Glamora is good removal. He thinks it's good hazard removal. That's just not true. Now, I was able to get a lot of removal done, like throughout my season in one last ride, but I think that's purely because of the matchup. Because a lot of people I fought didn't have steel types. Like, Jason in when I fought him in top 4, 8-12. Like these guys both didn't have steel types for some reason, so like Moral Spin is obviously gonna be good against them, but like against like any other like typical like steel type team, Iron Treads, Iron Crown, etc. Like it's not gonna do much, you know. It's not good hazard removal. But anyways, you know, Glamora bad stats pretty much, but I mean it gets the job done. It's pretty much like a fish, like a matchup fish Pokemon in my opinion. I mean, this is best demonstrating like the match I just played, right? Like, or you guys just saw. I mean, Owen, his poison type is Arbok. Like, you're not going to bring an Arbok into the rest of my team, probably, right? Especially if you want to bring like a Leaf Human for the Wellspring. So Toss Spikes was just super duper free there, obviously. But yeah, I definitely do think it's like a matchup fishy Pokemon. But I mean, it's cool they got a chip of it, like because Glamora isn't really a Pokemon that you would see on like my style teams. Like, I would never draft Glamora because it's bad hazard removal Panda. But I mean, it's pretty cool I got a chip of it, you know, pretty cool. Next we have our Corviknight. Corviknight 2 kills, 2 deaths. Corviknight, I'm actually a bit disappointed in Corviknight. It was decent in pool stage, but I'm pretty sure like past top 16, it did not come to single game. It did not come to a single game. Maybe that's just because of bad matchup, but I don't know. It just wasn't. It didn't look good. It didn't look good to any of the teams. But I mean, it gets the job done. It gets defog. But like, I think on a team like this, the team I drafted, you probably prefer a spinner because when you have Garchomp and Glamora, obviously you're going to be prioritizing getting up the hazards. So if you have like a fucking like defogger as your main removal, that's kind of, you know, iffy. So that probably should have been like a spinner over Corviknight. But then it brings up the question like what spinner, right? Because at that point there was like personal spinners list. Psychosar on this team didn't really make any sense. Iron Treads is obviously gone by the time it came back to me. Donphan fucking sucks. Yeah, that's just the problem with SV, honestly. Like, the spinner economy is so bad. It is so bad. But I hope they introduce more spinners in Gen 10. But I mean, it got its job done. It was able to come in against like Torn and top 16. It was able to like run Rocky Helmet against like a few guys, I guess. I don't know, a bit disappointing in Corviknight, but this thing. Next, we have our Sableye. I actually really like Sableye. I actually really like using Sableye. Sableye is 1 kill and 3 deaths, so I think I didn't bring it like a single time in pools, I think, or maybe like brought like one. I brought once, I think, and then like I brought it a few times in playoffs. I actually really like using Sableye. I think it's a really slept on Pokemon, honestly, and as like your spin blocker, it's actually really good because it gets a priority will list. It gets priority recover, knock off. Something that I found out during like this my run here is it gets pain split. It gets Prankster pain split, which actually works really well against Trapagos. It works really well. Also gets light screen. So yeah, honestly, I'm pretty content with Sableye here. It was able to do its job, able to disrupt spin block. Pretty happy with it. Next we have a Comfy here who has the same stats, 1 kill and 3 deaths. Comfy is like another just like Encore Mon under Disruptor. Pretty much just here to just click Encore and U-turn and stuff. I mean, that's what it did for me like all season. I think I ran like Calm Mind like one time, but it didn't really end up doing anything either. But it just does the thing. It's act as like a Darkrai switch in because my team doesn't really have one. Can act as like a Draco Meteor switch in. Comfy did its job. I actually like using Comfy. It's my first time using it as well, so I was pretty content with it. I saw Loki P use it in like a I think it was like Slick Panthers tour. So that's he actually used it really well. I wish I could Terra it. I wish I could like afford Terra, but like the board was like really expensive. It was so expensive. Which leads to my last one here in Terra 2 Cannon, because Terra 2 Cannon has to be our second Terra captain because of how expensive the board was. But to be fair, as like its second Terra captain is actually pretty good. For ball knowers, I actually used Terra 2 Cannon like 2 years ago. I used it in like a random league. I was actually pretty surprised with it. It's actually pretty good as a Terra captain because its base attack is like base 120. It's base 120 attack, and its bulk is actually like enough to where it actually can function as like a defensive piece if you give it like the right Terra type. And its abilities and moves are pretty good too. I mean, you get Sheer Force, Sky Attack. That's always the fun one to spam. Scaling Rock Blast, Seed, Bullet Seed. It gets the Swords Dance as well. Knock off U-turn Roost, Encore, Boom Burst. it gets a lot of moves. It's actually like a pretty slept on Pokemon in my opinion. For like for 1 point, it's actually pretty good, and I actually did tear it. So you know what? I actually got my money's worth out of it. It actually came clutch against Dietite in the top 4. So you know what? I'm not gonna knock on the toucan. I'm glad I spent the 1 point on it. But anyway, that's gonna be our team. So I mean, overall, no, I'm pretty happy about our performance here. Still a bit surprising to me that this team was able to win, but like going to tour, like I didn't expect to win, obviously, with like a team like this that I'm not used to. So my main goal here was just like test the waters of like different play styles, and I think I really paid off here. So I don't know, I'm really happy with how I performed here. Really happy with the team, and I'm glad to be able to prove that I can use other team styles. So what was I going to say? Oh, the prize money. So for winning one last ride, we got the first place prize, which I actually split with Owen. So like before we played, I asked him if we could like split the prize money. Now the reason why I did this is because I really wanted to switch too. And if I lost, like due to like hacks or something, then like obviously that's going to haunt me forever, right? So like I might as well try to secure the bag. So he agreed, and we split the prize money between us like evenly for second and first place. So for my prize, I bought the Switch 2. Check this out, guys. Check this out. Check this out. Boom. The Switch 2. Boom. Let me just turn this on. Boom. Now I was actually playing Legends Z on this, so I actually got to play Legends Z on the new Switch 2, which is, by the way, significantly faster than the Switch 1. It is so much faster. But anyways, yeah, thanks to that I got to be able to play Legends ZA on the Switch 2, and honestly it's been a lot of fun. Now moving on to like announcements for like the channel stuff. Right now I'm no longer in like any well, I am still in like a league. I'm still in a top cut fall seasonal. I'm still in that, but that was before I even like did one last ride, so that's still been going on. But I haven't been actively joining new leagues and stuff. Main reason for that is one, again, like I mentioned before, with like school stuff. I am graduating like next semester. Like after semester is over, I will be graduating. So I gotta lock in for my studies. So I realized I had to really lock in for that. So I don't really have a whole lot of time for like, especially like I did for like one last ride here. I spent a lot of time. I don't know if you guys realize, I spent a lot of time for team building and stuff, which I just don't have that time anymore with my studies and stuff. So, and I don't want to just join league and like not give a fuck, you know. You guys deserve better than that. I don't want to just push out like half-ass content anymore. So, you know, if I want to upload it, I wish like I want to do it like with the intent that I'm actually like doing my best, right? So, I mean, and also that one last ride, you know, being a champion. I mean, like it doesn't really get better than that, right? So, you know, if I'm going to like step down, it better be when I'm at the very top, right? I don't want to have like a slow and agonizing death. So I don't know, I figured this was like probably a good time to like just lay back, let my boys, let my other guys take the spotlight. By the way, check out Glop. He is uploading Draft Jam. So after one last ride, I got invited to Draft Jam. It is a league ran by Keegan, but I turned him down, and instead I asked him to invite Glop. So be sure to check out him. He will be playing in my place basically. So check out Glop. He's uploading his run. You know, I wish him the best. And it was always nice to see small gun players try to wear hands at Wi-Fi. It's always funny to see that. So he's also my boy. So check him out. And with that, I don't know, that's all I have to say really. I mean, the next time you'll see me upload, I can't get any guarantees. I still obviously plan to upload my DPL run. I'll probably upload my DFL run as well, like my captain experience there. I don't like say the result here in case like people don't want to be spoiled, but it was a very good run. So I definitely do have a backlog of videos I want to work on. Also my seasonal run, because I top cut, I definitely want to make a video on that too, because my team in there is actually I think my team in seasonal is actually quite unique. So I definitely want to make a video on that if I get around to it. But I don't know, this huge catalog of videos, you probably won't see them for like a while. If I were to guess, it'll probably be when I've already graduated, because I really need to lock in, guys. I don't know if you guys realize, I really need to lock in. So yeah, so next time you see a new video on this channel will probably be during the summer or something like that probably. So I mean, thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for like the support along the way. Thank you guys for being patient with me again. You know, sorry for like uploading so late, but I mean, yeah, that's kind of all I got to say. So I'll catch you guys for the next upload, and thank you guys for everything. And be sure to check out Glop. Check him out. Check out his videos.